As host of his own radio show on the Wildcat 91.9 called Community Bridge, Christopher Renner is familiar with the community's hunger for alternative radio programming. But rather than expanding his own platform, Renner started another, and it will be citizens who speak on the new 90.1 frequency. The UFM non-profit station is still in its first phase, but has already been cleared by the FCC to broadcast throughout the Manhattan area. The next step for KONZ coordinators is to raise $79,000 to cover equipment and a full year's operating budget. Linda Tiener, executive director of UFM, says donations are essential.
We've got 27,000 of that now, and we'll be picking up the pace significantly in the next couple of months because we need to start buying that equipment, and we have to have the cash in hand because the grant requires that we spend down our money and then they will kick in their share.
One of the primary tenets of KONZ is to ensure all of Manhattan's dynamic voices are heard.
When radio was developed, there was this idea that it was going to be the voice of the people. But as time has gone on, it's become very mechanized, and it's all controlled out of Los Angeles.
Renner says community radio is a way for citizens to respond to FCC regulations that permit a handful of companies to own a majority of radio stations.
As a non-commercial station, A, we don't have commercials, but B, we're able to provide that variety of music that is often missing on the commercial airwaves.
Offering a variety of music and programming will cater to listeners who are often lost in the shuffle of mass appeal.
I think the audience for KONZ will be the entire community. I think there are some underserved populations and some voices that aren't heard very often that we'd like to make sure have an opportunity to share.
The station plans to actively recruit people of all ages to participate in the programming, and will allot a few hours each week specifically for the area's high school students to produce their own show.
I tell you, those youth radio programs are really cool. It's great stuff. They talk about issues that are important to them. It might be the terrible food in the school lunch program. It might be something as serious as global warming. But it's what they want to talk about, what they want to do. And it ties in very well in promoting journalism at a young age as something people can go into as a career and a profession, and gets those kids motivated and activated, and then when they hit college, they're ready to roll.
With such diversity in the types of programming to be featured on KONZ, Renner thinks the station can act as the community's personal media player.
Yeah, it would be an iPod for the community with all the different people sort of plugging in their programs that they're interested in. And hopefully that provides the community a venue for hearing what's really happening in our community.
So we're hoping that people will begin to be excited, particularly now that we are into the fundraising and getting the equipment purchased and really getting the station off the ground.
If all goes according to plan, Flint Hills Community Radio has the potential to be the voice of the community.